good, my quick crypto family and my coin factory family? We're back again with another daily Kaspa and crypto live, and we have, of course, some very bullish news for today's stream. As I'm sure you've already heard, you'll be hiding under a rock if you haven't done. Coinbase have now announced two new futures perspective trading coming very soon. SPX and also Kaspa. Now, this is quite a big deal. We're going to talk about it, the goods, the bads, and also what else is to come for Kaspa. We've got some updates regarding incurred labs as well, so developments towards smart contracts, which is very cool to see. There's a lot of bullish things to cover in this stream. I thank everyone being here once again, and it's a good time to be back. Thankfully, things are going well on my side of things as well, so we can cover today's news without any distractions, hopefully. But with that being said, if you enjoy these streams, be doing these streams as often as I can, pretty much daily. Leave a like, share with your friends, and subscribe for more, because right now the market's looking a little bit red. But of course, with the news come up for Kaspa today, Kaspa has now regained the 10 cents zone, holds up now 5.3% on the daily time frame, valued at 10.34 cents. Will we see it hold this level? We'll get into that in this stream. I'm going to just put a TLDR right now. I don't think we will. But that's not to say it's not a good deal either way, that we've got this big announcement and a key sign that these tier ones are gearing up for Kaspa. It's only a matter of time. We're getting pressure from KEF as well on OKX and much more. Lots of sources to cover in the stream. Robinhood sort of stuff as well. So, as always, don't be emotionally logical, do your own research, and let's get into today's sources. But first off, Stevie, it's me. Welcome back, my man. Hope you're doing very well. MVE, yes, it's Kaspa's futures, not a Kaspa spot listing, but either way, it's a listing nonetheless from Coinbase. Coinbase have been eerily quiet about Kaspa forever. All we know is that Coinbase's venture, being Polychain Capital, they were the reason why they endorsed Kaspa. They endorsed DAG Labs, so Coinbase are effectively the reason that Kaspa was created in the first place. We do know the connection to Coinbase and Kaspa, but it's the first time Coinbase themselves have posted Kaspa on their platform. Kaspa right now is quickly going from the worst looking chart to the best looking chart within the monthly time frame, and that is looking like the case right now because of all the timing news that's coming out right now. We can see here from Kaspa themselves, PSA, Coinbase traders list Kaspa futures. Coinbase have finally got on top of Kaspa, and we can also give credit to the KII, I imagine, because KII made an open letter to Coinbase addressing them, to which Paul Grewal replied to them saying, get in contact with our listing team. And now, look where we're at right now, Coinbase futures with Kaspa. This is a very big deal, as well as SPX, which actually also is quite a big deal for the whole crypto space as well, believe it or not. We'll get into that all in a moment as well, but this is very bullish. Welcome back, Chris W. Hope you're doing very well. And yes to you too, Dusty. Coinbase better not be before Binance. I would be surprised if Coinbase list a full Kaspa spot before Binance. But either way, Binance spot already happened. Binance futures already happened. And you got Coinbase. I'm sure you'll see many other exchanges jump on board very soon. And also you'll see the spots coming soon after as well. Welcome back to you too, Mike, my man. Hope all is well with you. Big news about Coinbase. Things are on the mends, thankfully. And yes, this is very bullish. You sound a lot better. I am feeling much better right now. I was bedridden on the 2 days that I was unable to stream. Not just I was bedridden, also I had family situations, which made it very hard for me to care for my family as well. It was probably the worst time for me to get ill, and I very rarely get ill, but I'm on the mends right now. Family's on the mends as well, which is good to see. Hopefully things continue in this fashion, and we can now get back to what is really important, which is just Kaspa news. I'm joking, of course. Family is the most important thing. That's why we do this. But yes, thank you very much, man. What's up, KJI? What's good, Kas fam? Looking very good right now. Where did you see this? Can you get straight to the news? I can right now, Ali, from Kaspa themselves. And Coinbase traders themselves. Coinbase Advanced is adding support for Kaspa and SPX perpetual futures. So futures contract coming to Kaspa and also to SPX is coming out next week on the 20th of February, exactly 1 week today, which would mean we're going to see it next Thursday around 9:30 a.m. UTC, which I believe is pretty much, I think that's maybe an hour ahead of where I'm at, because I'm BST. But either way, 1 week from now, we're going to see Coinbase Kaspa futures, which is bullish. However, this could have some other implications again. We'll get into that as we're going through the stream very shortly. What's up, Crypto Goes? What up, man? Who's doing very well. Sata. I wrote to them that Poland demands a spot listing. Well, good. I think everyone in the community should get onto them saying, you know, I think a lot of people, we can see it throughout all here. Look, Coinbase puts it out here. Obviously, the community is going very ballistic about it, very, very happy. Look, only features fantastic, but where's the spot listing? Of course, the community is going to do what we do best, and that is continue to hound them about, you know, it's great. You're finally doing as you should be doing for a while now. But we would love to see a spot listing, because that is ultimately what's going to help Kaspa a lot more, and also I believe help them a lot more as well, although futures can be a way for them to make some quick capital. That's partly my worry here, as much as very bullish. This is a sign that the doors have been opened for Kaspa and Coinbase. The doors are now open, but the problem is that this may be another way that you have exchanges, big tier ones like Coinbase, now decide to manipulate the price of Kaspa. We'll get into that again very shortly. We can see right now some very bullish news all in all. Do we know now which wallet number is Coinbase? No, we do not, Devis me. However, there is speculation now based on, you know, which is this post right here. Obviously, we still don't know which wallet number 5 is. Is it Binance? Is it OKX? Is it Coinbase? We don't know. But this wallet has been like clockwork every single Monday and every single Thursday. Like clockwork, adding more Kaspa. Recently, added almost 7 million Kaspa. We can see around the same time frame as well, between 12 to 2 p.m. BST, British Standard Time. We've seen this added right now, time and time again. This wallet added more Kaspa again in a timely fashion, and been doing so like clockwork. So maybe this is Coinbase building up their capital, which again, this wallet's been doing so since March repeatedly, and even more so recently since the new year, doing so they have enough capital in their balance sheets, so they can now issue a perpetual listing. Because remember as well, think of CoinX for example. CoinX, they got completely liquidated out of their wallet due to the whole crash that happened recently. We saw Kaspa come down to 7 cents on CoinX. Look at Kaspa CoinX, Cash USDT. Go down to CoinX here. CoinX had a bigger capitulation down to half a cent. And as a result, therefore, people who obviously either traded perpetuals or just bought up the spot, bought at the bottom there, and they completely drained their whole wallet. That's why now CoinX have disabled futures contracts for Kaspa on their platform, or they're going to disable very shortly. They've announced it already. I've mentioned that in a previous stream. So therefore, Coinbase being a much, much bigger exchange, and also trying to alleviate the potential risk of this as well, maybe this is their wallet here, number 5, building as much as they possibly can in the off chance it is a massive event like this, where they won't end up getting liquidated completely, because people, of course, are still bullish on Kaspa. But it's very bullish right now. Very bullish indeed. It's not a spot, but either way, a futures is a great step in the right direction. It's frustrating, of course. We want to see a spot. I know we do. But you've got to take the optimism right now. For the longest time, we have known Binance. We've speculated about OKX, and we've speculated about Coinbase. We've had nothing from Coinbase. Again, all we know is Daglas was funded by Polychain Capital, who is a venture of Coinbase. So we know there's connections. We also know Coinbase connections to BlackRock and to Mountain Digital Holdings. The connection. We haven't heard anything directly from Coinbase. This is the first time we've heard anything directly from Coinbase about Kaspa. This is a very big deal. But Binance did have the perfect opportunity to list Kaspa futures and short Kaspa, and short because Kaspa just had price discovery when they did. They have had a year over that to accumulate, and now Kaspa is setting up for new price discovery. Binance futures also have orders of magnitude more liquidity than Coinbase, so Coinbase arguably could get wrecked if they decide to short here, and they don't have the liquidity Binance does, and that can make the effect manipulate in order to buy their spot bag lower. So again, the speculation here, Christian Ludwig here is putting this. So he's again quite a well-known member in the Kaspa community here. He's stating there's potential because Coinbase and their liquidity, their amount of capital, if you will, or what they have in holding a Kaspa, is ideally a lot less than Binance, because Binance also have a year advantage over them. Potentially, them adding futures here is not going to be, because that's what I'm going to highlight. I'm going to highlight the potential that we could see something similar to this. Just remember, Kaspa had this sort of price action when the Binance listed Kaspa futures over a year ago. The futures listed here and it came down because they shorted Kaspa. Now that's obviously still a worry for me. It's still a possibility of such. But, as Christian Ludwig highlights, potentially that's not the case because Binance had the advantage of doing it early when they were still, they were still very low on, and now they were in price discovery area where right now Kaspa is not in price discovery at all. Currently, Kaspa is down 6-7%. Undervalued right now. Right now, Kaspa is down, going from all-time high. Kaspa is currently down right now about 50%. It's not price discovery, so therefore, while still possible, maybe it's not going to be a case that we're going to see Coinbase short Kaspa straight away. Maybe they try to set up longs. I have to wait and see, of course, the significance of this when it comes out officially and properly next week on the 20th. I'm going to be adding this to the important dates in my community so we know the exact date. We can come back to refer to it, but futures coming out, very, very bullish, and potentially, therefore, we will not be seeing a similar case like we saw last time with Binance doing perpetuals because of price discovery, which is, again, good. Now, for me, I'm happy about this. Of course I am. Very, very good to see on the radar now, finally. Maybe it was Coinbase wallet number 5. And Kas Kaspa puts it here as well, which I do agree with, and I want to build on this myself as well also during the stream. Seriously though, people ask me if this is bullish or bearish about Kaspa on Coinbase futures. And of course, we already have Binance futures that marked a short-term top for Kaspa, as we already highlighted here. That's what Binance did for Kaspa. So is this a good thing for Kaspa coming out next week? My thesis on this is we might see short-term pullback, but long-term is bullish, and the actual underlying message for it is very, very bullish. And also, truth be told, I don't care. I don't care if you see short-term pullbacks, because this is a sign that Coinbase are now actively taking part in trading and holding Kaspa. So this is a sign that you'll end up probably seeing a spot listing sometime this year, which is what I've always believed anyways. Late, as Coinbase always are, but at some point definitely. So will this happen again? We see another short-term top? I don't know, and I also don't care. I cannot get any clearer than what we see here. The big money has now proven that they have chosen Kaspa, and since there's no free launch here, they have to get their liquidity somehow. They have to buy it up themselves. Short term, will there be pain? Maybe. Who knows? Long term, does it really matter? Most of us here who are trading Kaspa, maybe, but those who are holding for the long term, why does it matter what happens in the short term? Those who are holding till the end of this year, if not next 4 or 5 cycles, or just throwing a number out there. Point being is, this is a sign the big tier ones, Coinbase, Binance, and OKX, which we're going to get into in a moment, are looking at Kaspa more so right now, which may also be a sign that the tides of the market are starting to turn shortly, or at least they believe that Kaspa's market is about to turn shortly as well. Because remember, these exchanges are a business. They do what's best for them to make profit, to make money. They won't do it half-arsedly. They want to make sure they can make as much money as possible in that moment in time. Binance aren't launching a spot because it's not beneficial for them right now, because there's not enough adoption in Kaspa. The volume right now, while up to date, and will probably continue to go up in the next few days as well, leading up to the futures contract, is only 100 million. Binance want to do it when it's an event catalyst, when it's going to be hopefully seeing 500 plus million, if not more so. They want to see real high volume with Kaspa, and potentially Coinbase is that event catalyst for them. Again, there's so many potential catalysts we've got to wait out for, but these exchanges do what's best for them when they deem the time is right, and they have their insider circle, so they know when the time is right. All I can say, shall I agree with it again? All I can say is don't give your Kaspa up to exchanges on their basis of fear alone. So ultimately, Kaspa was highlighting it here, which is what I'm trying to highlight myself as well, that if you see short-term pullbacks, that's a possibility. That's the only downside I have for this perpetual listing. Potentially short-term pullbacks, but in the long term, in the long run, this is not remotely a problem. It's a sign that big money is coming through. We know Marathon are here. We know they're mining Kaspa, and we also should be aware that within the next 2 weeks or so, we should be seeing the next quarterly report, which hopefully will be addressing the amount of Kaspa they're holding, and hopefully it's increased. As far as I'm aware, it's still above 100 million, so if anything, it's not increased, it's stayed the same. Coinbase are now here. Binance have been here for over a year, and they're seemingly gearing up for a big listing as well. More big stuff are coming to Kaspa. 10 BPS is just around the corner. That's another big catalyst for Kaspa as well. That could help be that event catalyst for these big listings as well. The price is completely irrelevant at this point. What matters for Kaspa is the hash rate. And right now the hash rate is staying relatively strong. We saw another dip again recently, probably a hack of some sort, or someone trying to break into it again. But either way, it's recovered again nicely, back to 1.4 again. Hash rate is what's proving that this project of the proof of work is still staying very, very strong. To me, the price does not reflect what Kaspa brings to the table, so I'm going to continue to continue my DCA strategy, into possibly the greatest crypto project since Bitcoin. That is also my thesis of Kaspa as well, for what they're trying to build, for what we're going to talk about as well in a moment, talking about Zelius swaps here, coming with IGRA Labs is very, very big. This could hopefully be another big step forward for Kaspa to bring significant momentum to the project, and therefore allowing Kaspa to sort of indicate a similar sort of rally we saw to the likes of Solana back in the early days, back in the last cycle. I've highlighted multiple times in the past already, Solana saw a very impressive rally from August of 2021, right here, August, all the way up to its top in November, and that was a 8x from 10 to almost 80 billion even. An 8x in value for Solana in the last 3 or 4 months. With what's coming up for Kaspa and the timely fashion of it, and also the market, how laboured it is right now, potentially leading to a 2017 cycle, meaning a top in December. Potentially, that's only potentially, but potentially we see Kaspa build everything they want to build just in time for some very, very big listings. I'm optimistic about it. Very optimistic about it. I've got a lot more to cover in this stream. This is just the beginning, and this is the big sign for what is to come. And equally, because of SPX as well. We're going to highlight SPX just on a very, very quick note, because SPX is one of these up-and-coming memes, if you will, that Murad, who is the, now become the meme godfather, if you will, had been endorsing and shilling for a long, long time. With SPX now getting a spot listing, or not spot listing, a futures contract even, on Coinbase like Kaspa, this may also bring more liquidity back into the meme coins, which therefore also be more beneficial for those who like trading meme coins. That will also be very beneficial to those who are part of the executive community here as well, where we do a lot more in here, despite just talk about stuff in more detail, providing institutional documents, so stuff from KPMG and PwC, the big accounting firms, their institutional outlook on crypto and AI, alongside weekly live streams. I'm going to be having another one on Saturday, alongside buy and sell alerts, hidden gems, and much, much more. The SPX listings world could also be a big sign to bring more liquidity and capital back into the meme coins again, meaning we'll get more opportunities to have more massive gains in the short term. We've seen some 6x's already. Our biggest one recently was a 7x, almost 8x in NMLG, and this is one I still think will come back in the future. Biggest one since we started our WAP, our Patreon, the executive community, as of last month, was a 25x Nexo Cortex. There's so much more that we offer in this community, alongside just having a great free community already. That, we talk about crypto and Kaspa and everything else constantly. So if you want to join the free community, by all means come check it out. But if you want to be a part and maximize your benefits of crypto and everything else we have to offer there, then come join the executive. There's currently a 7-day free trial as well, so you come join for free anyways. And if you like what you see, by all means come sign up. If not, that's perfectly fine. Cancel, that's perfectly fine as well. But we're trying to offer a lot more in there to give you even more deeper insights into institutional sentiment and what they believe is going to happen in crypto. And remember, you've got to follow the money. The big money's saying doing this, you've got to follow them. And right now, the big money's also now coming back to Kaspa thanks to Coinbase. Very, very big to see. So by all means, yes, no spot, but let's go. Very, very big. I wonder what today's pump was. Good stuff. Yes, this is why it's the FOMO from the Coinbase perpetual listing. I do think short term you'll probably see Kaspa either hold 10 cents or maybe even just do a small miniature rally up to maybe 12 cents again, maybe even higher, who knows, over the next week. But then, depending on the macro news, but equally depending on market sentiment, may see a pullback again. We'll have to wait and see. It really does depend. But I do think we'll see Kaspa continue to maybe make a nice little relief rally, if you will, starting to gain some momentum back up again. And when the perpetuals come out, again, Christian Lobby does highlight the potential for us not to see a massive short we saw of Binance, due to the fact that they haven't got as much accumulation as Binance do have, and also because we're not in price discovery. We're currently, at a low point for Kaspa, 50% down from all-time highs. So maybe they'll start to try and long it instead to force price up. Right now we can see the volume still being dominated by the likes of Mexi and Gate, and also LBAC's up there as well. Bybit is now flipped LBAC, which is nice to see. You see it higher though with these big tier ones. That'll be the sign for a spot listing as well. But the momentum seems to be coming back to Kaspa, which is very good to see. What up, Greg? Hope you're doing very, very well, my man. No spot, yes, no spot. But either way, futures, it is good, right? It's not spot, and it's frustrating. Of course, we want to see a spot listing. But make no mistake, Coinbase has now finally acknowledged Kaspa and got a futures contract that is still bullish. Kaspa, yes, Kaspa is doing very, very well. Andy, today I bought 30 more Kaspa. Keep filling that bag, my man. I love to hear it. Constantly buying those small bags. Got a bigger bag than all of us by the end of it, I'm convinced. Keep it on, my man. Shout out to Christian, aka Aquaman. Yes, Christian is by all means a titan in this space as well. Shout out to Christian Lubbock as well. he has done a very good job endorsing Kaspa. And the best part about it is this could also, as I mentioned, event catalyst. The two things I always mention is being reactionary, which is what we constantly do about Kaspa, also about event catalyst right now. That's what these exchanges are waiting for. Now, for me, I want to reiterate, I don't care greatly about exchanges. I think these developments about smart contracts, stablecoins, and TMPS is more important. But I understand the community and retail sentiment of exchange listings being very, very bullish. So I understand the value of that, if you will. And we're now seeing exchanges shift their mentality, or at least seemingly right now, towards Kaspa. Of course, this is one big step towards the right direction, Coinbase being huge. We have other ones like this. Ben Zhao, who is the co-founder and CEO of Bybit, which is very, very good to see as well. He spoke about it here. You know, he made a little post here. Nothing, you know, in the grand scheme of things here. It was a response to this post here, talking about OKX exchange and the view on PiCoin. Now, I'm not going to get to the whole nitty-gritty of that, but what I want to highlight is the KEF puts at OKX.listed Kaspa yet even, for me, is equally extremely bullish. This now means the KEF. Remember, OKX is a venture of the KEF. They already work together. OKX invested into the KEF. Now the KEF are putting pressure as well on OKX. Not you have KRI who put pressure on Coinbase, and now we've got futures. And that happened what? Let me type it in actually. Coinbase open letter into my community. The open letter happened around, let's see if I can just find open letter. I'm trying to see if I can find it when I can find it in my community. Open letter happened back on the 5th of November. So it's been exactly 2 months since then. So in 2 months since the KRI had an open letter to Coinbase saying, listen to us, stop ignoring us, we now have futures. So it's taken again, maybe they're doing behind the scenes we don't know, but from far as we were aware, Coinbase completely ignored Kaspa. And because they couldn't get a listing constantly. We heard it from Wolfie saying they put out applications for a listing and they got ignored because their application's different. It doesn't really work for Kaspa. OKX sent out a letter saying, listen to us. 2 months later, we got futures. Spot listing's going to come in due time. Now you've got the KEF as well, also telling OKX, who's one of the big exchanges as well that haven't listed Kaspa just yet. You can see right here, number 4. Why have you not listed Kaspa yet either? We haven't got futures either. It's like, why are you? So we've got Binance futures and mining pool. Coinbase now got futures coming through next week. OKX, now's your turn. So now you've got pressure from OKF as well, and that's a very big deal because again they're investing into the KF anyways, OKX. And the community, of course, of Kaspa are doing what we do best, which is putting pressure on other platforms. Robinhood here put a post saying, we heard you like crypto. Kaspa Silver saying, you know, of course, come look at Kaspa therefore. Coinbase have now finally done so. And Coinbase and Robinhood have quite a close connection as well, funnily enough. So it's like, Coinbase have done it, so now you should, you know, follow in suit. Come and look at Kaspa as well. Funnily enough, though, looks like Robinhood are actually hiding posts about Kaspa on their platform. So I made a post under Robinhood. For some reason, they felt the need to hide it. Even Jim highlights here, they're hiding comments about Kaspa on their posts by Kaspa Silver and himself. Why? Now, maybe they're doing it because they don't want the drama, if you will. Maybe, I don't know. I don't think that's really, I think the idea and maybe it's a maxi mindset again, but I think the reason why, again, is because they don't want the attention on Kaspa just yet. Remember, Robinhood works quite closely to Wall Street. Marathon have shareholders like BlackRock and, you know, Jane Street and all the other big Wall Street institutions behind them who are their shareholders. And Marathon will be mining Kaspa and known Kaspa for over a year. They've been mining Kaspa since September. No, they've been mining it since September of 2023. And they announced it publicly in July of 2024 or June of 2024, last year. So it's been over a year to be mining Kaspa and publicly announced it in about the last, 9 months or so. So Wall Street know of Kaspa. That's evident. That's very clear. And now when Robinhood are now making posts, and thankfully because Coinbase work very closely to BlackRock as well, from our knowledge. So Wall Street are making a more active move towards Kaspa, and even Robinhood then are trying to hide the fact. So maybe it's also a sign against the speculative right now. This part speculative, but it's built on top of confirmation already that Wall Street are gearing up for Kaspa, for its adoption. Marathon already mined them. I'm going to see the next quarterly report. Coinbase are now got futures, which is very good to see. That is very good to see. Coinbase futures and Kaspa futures on Coinbase, very good to see. And we know Binance are nearing. We know OKX are getting pressured as well by the KF, which is good to see. It's one thing if we pressure them. If the KF and the KRI pressure them, that's another thing. You've got Robinhood hiding the post as well. There's a lot more to come for Kaspa, of course. And of course, we still are waiting for the Binance listing, the spot listing. We suspect it'd be in and around the funding distribution wallet happening. Now, Audit here puts out a kind of speculative post about, you know, what if the 14-week working days is not how we expected, because this is going in and around the Chinese New Year, where a lot more time is taken off for holidays. So actually the working days is short in February time. Now, we'll have to wait and see what the case to it is. For me, if it comes out tomorrow, being the 14th, or comes out on the 17th, or even later than that, I don't know. There's still a lot of FOMO. We'll see a listing in February, and this perpetual contract with Coinbase may be that catalyst happening in February that ignites volume for Kaspa, and therefore Binance take that volume and run with it to just a spot to help Kaspa just... I mean, think about it. Coinbase futures on Kaspa, followed by Binance listing, while again not guaranteed, well, the futures are guaranteed, the listing from Binance is not just yet. But if that happened almost in unison, that could very well catapult Kaspa, because that would just be a very simple conversation between the two exchanges, with Coinbase saying we're launching futures on the 20th, and Binance are like, okay, well, we're all going to launch our spot probably, you know, let's just say for argument's sake, on the 25th, right? Let's just for argument's sake, right? Coinbase would then set up a download of longs, you know, futures longs for Kaspa to maximize how much money they can make from the FOMO that will come through from my Binance spot listing. Remember, these exchanges, they talk to each other. This is not me trying to give you false hope saying Binance is coming through this month. We do not know. Don't be emotional, be logical. My message, if you can call it a message to people here to understand, is that these exchanges are businesses. They list projects when they deem it the right time. Coinbase has now deemed it as the ideal time to launch Kaspa futures. And they may decide to long based on market sentiment, macro news, and also because they are aware, as exchanges do tend to talk to each other, that Binance are gearing up for a listing. It could be a very, very big deal to see Binance list a spot listing for Kaspa very soon after a futures with Coinbase, and then, as normal, OKX, who are now being pressured by the KF, tend to normally list very soon after Binance. We also know from Johnny, which I'll load the post up as well, Johnny made a post not that long ago when they mentioned the announcement of DWS Labs. Look, Johnny right here, who's the vice president of the KF, when we announced DWS Labs last month, he said at the same time, KF shall be currently in conversation with another one of the American exchanges. That could very well have been what we've seen today. Or that could be the likes of Crypto.com or Gemini. We have no idea. We've not heard anything from those exchanges. It most likely right now would be this post. But either way, we're seeing the signs right now of the developments. The KF, remember, they announced their update to their funding adjustment. They stopped funding Shy for his research elements of Kaspa. They started focusing more on helping Kaspa's adoption regarding listings and partnerships to these KF and stuff like that to help projects building on top of Kaspa. So far, in 50 days or so of the new year, we have seen DWF Labs, we've seen IGRA Labs, we've seen a new audit partnership with Kaspa, with iBits Lab, name's forgetting me. Let me quickly scroll up just to be sure. Bits Lab. So you got new audit partnership. You got DWS Labs. You got IGRA Labs, which I'm going to get into again in just a moment. Right here, and now you've got listings of developing as well. You've got Binance again, hopefully listing very soon, and now you've got futures with Coinbase. Not spot listing. futures. But regardless, a sign that Coinbase and Wall Street, in particular Coinbase has got the close connection to Wall Street, are definitely eyeing Kaspa very closely right now. So we'll see Binance in due time, of course. Don't be emotional, be logical. It'll come in due time. Of course, we want to see it come out this month. I still think February's a good chance. Remember, we are only 2 weeks into February. We're halfway through. We've still got another 2 weeks left of this month to see potentially Binance jump on board. And again, we got the next massive development happening in this time frame as well. It's not a strict timeline as well. This is just a rough estimate. But again, we should be seeing the future fees, the next and basically final key adjustment for 10 bps coming out very shortly, and then we got the mainnet version release and then hard fork. Everything's happening in unison. People say Kaspa's gonna miss a cycle constantly, and I've stayed for the whole time. I do not believe that, because not just we're now seeing a cycle of December 2017, which was a December peak, but also the developments are coming out when we haven't even got phase 2 adoption of institutions. We haven't got stablecoin regulation. We haven't got banks being able to fully custody crypto just yet. Those bills have not come out just yet. When they come out, then the market will probably rally very quickly. They haven't come out just yet. Kaspa's building a lot, and through all the institutional documents that are provided to people who are part of this executive community right here, people who either are on a free trial, even have paid to be a part of the community, who are learning a lot more on there, they've understood and researched and learned through the community that a lot of these massive firms and financial institutions are aiming for later end of 2025. They are building for all of 2024 and 2023 and earlier than that, but everything was staged to come out this year. So we still have time. Of course, if you want to know more about that, again, links to join this WAP is in the description, also on my YouTube homepage right here, and also in the chat. We provide a hell of a lot more in there, and right now when the market's been down, we've been taking a bit of a step back from trading, we've been learning a hell of a lot more about what the institutional sentiment is around crypto and where the big money is coming towards. And that's why my conviction in Kaspa's never faltered once. Or crypto in general. This price correction, I don't like, people were getting bearish on crypto and Bitcoin still hovering around 100k because alts were bleeding. Kaspa's come down to 7 cents and even 8 cents more recently, and now back up to 10. I've never cared, so I hold it long term. And I also understood that what Kaspa's building is going to come in time for the institutions and when they're going to start implementing crypto into the back end of the technology properly. And Kaspa has the potential to shake this game so significantly that they start to look at Kaspa as a means to leverage their technology. Because Kaspa's going to be decentralized whilst also being quicker and as cheap, if not cheaper, than every other L2 in this space. Just soon after 10 bps comes out. Of course, then you need stablecoins, then you need smart contracts, all of which are coming out this year. This is what these exchanges are waiting for as well. These significant developments that will bring more volume and demand to Kaspa that will allow them to benefit massively of a listing as an event catalyst. So Binance will come in due time. Hopefully this month, we'll have to wait and see. Coinbase are now here, huge, confirmed listing. OKX are getting, harassed right now, which is great. I won't say harassed, but they're getting pressure now from someone who they are working alongside. KF, they invested in the KF. That's very good to see. We'll see other exchanges coming through. Again, Johnny's already confirmed they're talking to other people as well as they also mentioned they're talking to another market maker as well. Robin Hood, again, they're hiding Kaspa posts, potentially to try and dissuade wandering eyes on Kaspa and what it is, to get ahead of them. And then, again, we've got massive announcements here, like from Zelius Swaps, I'm going to get into in just a moment before I answer some questions. And also, one of the bigger things here is this news here, this macro news. While you may obviously click off, you don't care about macro news. This macro news here is very, very bullish, but could also lead massively into potential Kaspa catalysts as well. Macro news is just as important for Kaspa as it is Kaspa developments as well. Shouldn't there be a listing on Binance tomorrow or day after that? The belief is due to their distribution period coming to an end after 14 working days, that we should be seeing a listing before the funding distribution period is over because of the funding wallets. Now, that's the speculation, the thesis, right? Right now, everyone's debating when the 14 working days is actually over with. That's the next, speculation. For me, they'll list when they're ready. I would like to say it would come out tomorrow on the 14th, being the 14 working days. But at the same time, maybe it won't be until the 17th, because that also potentially coincides with 14 working days. Maybe it's not going to be at all. We haven't got a clue right now. But again, as much as that for me, while I want to believe Binance will list in very, very shortly, that's speculation, because there's nothing, at least to my understanding, that guarantees a funding wallet means a spot listing. We do have confirmation that Roy O'Neill, who's part of the KRI, stated that the integration between Binance and Kaspa is already done. That is confirmation. We've heard other confirmation from the likes of Kaspa as well in that regard as well. So we've heard confirmation that Binance are definitely eyeing up Kaspa. Mining pool, futures contract, all very, very bullish. The funding wallet is speculation. But what is confirmation is what the KEF stated. I'm going to also load up this post as well, because again, there's no more. I want to show proof when I'm talking about this stuff as well. The KF made an AMA on Twitter back on November 10th, I believe it was, where they were speaking about listings. And they're answering a load of queries about Kaspa ultimately. And one of them was about listings. I'm trying to find how far back it was. Here it is. Yeah. This is a TLDR from EV, this is obviously in Chinese, I'll translate the post. I want to highlight here though, you can see this is the KF back in November 10th when this AMA happened. They highlighted right here about what they spoke about on Binance Chinese. They highlighted that there was news about Kraken listing Kaspa that month, which came to fruition. That happened. That was true. And they also then mentioned about they're still negotiating with other exchanges who have been having unfavourable remarks about the price of Kaspa. What you need to highlight, though, what's important, is they want to see trading volume performance of mainstream exchanges. So Bybit, BitGet, now Kraken as well. They want to see high volume on those exchanges with Kaspa. And TVL, Kaspa's not really got TVL, doesn't really work with TVL, total value locked. But then Wolfie also confirmed in a stream not long after that, which is basically what they're talking about here, is what they're waiting for are what's known as event catalysts. Something that happens that causes drastic volume for a period of time that is deemed as a key moment for them to be like, okay, we want to make the most of the momentum and continue it more so. So when we saw Kraken list Kaspa, which happened around here, we saw the volume for Kaspa spike up to 578 million. That was an event catalyst. That was a good thing. And it stayed quite high in and around the about 300 to 300 for quite some time following that. And now it's dipped back down to the hundreds to, two figures again, million 24-hour volume. Coinbase futures may cause a significant volume spike in Kaspa. And if it stays high, that could be the event catalyst that Binance are waiting for, with the 10 BPS just around the corner as well to hopefully continue that momentum to also list Kaspa. But they're waiting for the right time. Hopefully it comes out tomorrow or Monday or sometime this month, but it's when they deem it right now. Either way, Coinbase are coming out next week. That could also be a catalyst and a stopwatch, if you will, for Binance to jump quickly in before they miss out on opportunities. But yes, as LB highlights here, and it's also true, fair launch projects and no budget for exchanges, these big players has to ease their way into it. Again, these big exchanges can't just jump in. They have to continue accumulating time and time again. Because much of the KEF have now switched their funding adjustment, which now says they are going to start focusing on other things like developments and, funding developers and also listings. They may start helping in regards to listings. Kaspa's still a fair launch project. So they have to still... Ultimately, they have to still, build up their capital bit by bit. These exchanges, they don't get paid Kaspa on Kaspa. They have to buy it themselves. I know it's not a spot listing, but I'm already pushing them for it. Oh yeah, as you should do. We should all be pushing Coin for a listing. We want to see a spot listing, of course. Kaspa's going nowhere at the moment. I mean, it's an announcement. Of course, this is FOMO. It's coming out next week, and even then, it may not jump massively. Again, I want to highlight this. This is bullish for the sign that Coinbase are now finally acknowledging and listing Kaspa. It doesn't mean you're going to see Kaspa jump 20x in value overnight. That's just unrealistic. If that's what you think is going to happen, you've got to change your expectations. Don't be emotional, be logical. You follow the money. Right now, the money is now flooding back towards Kaspa from major exchanges. Binance are gearing up. We've been knowing that for a while. Coinbase are now looking at Kaspa. That's two of the biggest exchanges now actually acknowledging and actively making waves towards Kaspa. That in itself is bullish for what's going to come throughout the cycle for Kaspa with more big developments, 10 BPS smart contracts, and also stablecoins, being the three main use case catalysts. I just want to highlight as well. It's a use case catalyst that we're looking for. That's what's going to bring real money to Kaspa and more demand to Kaspa. Not these listings. They're great, but that's not what's going to bring money to Kaspa. That's going to be good for retail. What's going to bring demand to Casper is more use case, which comes through the smart contracts, the stablecoins, and the 10 BPS, bringing more speed, and therefore, you know, more access to Casper, more ways to have fun using Casper from developer side of things. And I think in general anyways. And that's going to bring more exchanges to come to Casper as well. So, I mean, it's going nowhere at the moment, of course, right now, because the market right now in itself is not in a great position. So Casper right now is fighting the market. Casper right now is fighting a bearish daily market. And it may continue to start running a little bit. It may, again, where Casper goes from here, we don't know. I would like to believe that we'll see Casper make a sort of local top from Coinbase. Let's just say it's around 11 cents from Coinbase happening on the 20th next week. And it may cause a little bit of a pullback. Or maybe, again, because when Binance did it way back when, it was when Casper was at a local top or on price discovery, therefore it came back down. Because now we're not in price discovery for Casper right now, we're down by 30%, it might cause a continued momentum going up, and that might also be, again, a catalyst for other big developers coming on Casper. We have to wait and see, but this summer, it will be epic. No doubt about it. Apologies, I just need to have a quick drink of water because throat's gone very dry. But anyways, I want to quickly highlight as well, before I get some more questions, this post here, next big major catalyst here, coming from Zelia Swaps here, talking about incurred Labs, which is smart contracts coming to Casper very soon. Very, very big indeed. We can see here from Zelia Swaps, building the foundation for DeFi's future on Casper. They have an AMA-based DEX on incurred Labs. Layer 2 will be the catalyst that brings DeFi to life on Casper. So currently they're bringing out an AMM, sorry. Not AMA, apologize. An AMM, automated market maker based DEX on incurred Labs. So we're delivering the essential building blocks, deep liquidity pools, enabling seamless, efficient swaps, reliable on-chain price oracles using the battle-tested TWAP model, and low fees. This is bigger than just a DEX, decentralized exchange. DeFi protocols need accurate price data and efficient token swaps to function. Our DEX provides both, creating the foundation for lending, derivatives, and more complex DeFi applications to thrive on Casper. This is what incurred Labs are bringing to Casper. Incurred Labs are going to be building their EVM ZK based rollups on Casper. So basically early sale smart contracts on Casper before Project Sparkle. And you now already got Zelia Swaps who are now looking to build an automated market maker based decentralized exchange on Casper as well. Now again, we've got to, you know, keep our wits about us because we've seen this sort of stuff in the past, right? Think about KDX, for example. KDX, you heard a while back talking about bringing smart contracts bringing stablecoins onto Casper, and they rugged people. So you've got to be very, very careful right now. Zelia Swaps is, you know, very, very small. They are followed by the likes of Casper Door, KNS, myself, Casper Silver. So they've got some people who do follow them, which is good to see, but they haven't got Casper themselves that follow them. KNS following them is quite good, because KNS is quite a seemingly quite a good ingrained member to Casper. Casper Door follow them is alright. Casper Silver, these people following them is quite good to see, but I want to see, you know, Casper or KEF or incurred Labs himself, one of them following them. So right now, just be very wary about it, because we see loads of projects who announce this sort of stuff that haven't got great intentions behind them. But either way, what's to highlight here is that we are seeing more projects, at least seemingly aiming to build on top of Casper. And incurred Labs are going to be doing smart contracts or some form of that coming to Casper much sooner than we think. And we should understand the importance of smart contracts already. Christian Lubbock made a whole post about it, the advantages of it. You know, I'm not going to read it out for right here, but I'll make a link to this. Leave it in my free community. Go check it out again in there. Leave it in the post right there where you can check it out. But basically, he's explaining the benefits of smart contracts, like you're a 6-year-old, why they are big for Casper. What's so big about them, you know, why therefore Casper is going to change this game significantly. And I'm going to get to this post probably a little bit later on as well. But this is a post here from Johnny in conjunction with Casper Events right here as well. Ultimately just talking about, there's been a bit of a situation recently that no one's been addressing regarding another project who's had money stolen, another DeFi. And this is once more kind of a warning from Johnny to everyone that while Casper is a Phenos proof of work, decentralized, it is not you know, it's still going to be at risk from potential projects like this who aim to take advantage of people. So even though this is no by means digging at Zelia swaps, it may be decent, it hopefully will be, but we could see a similar function to Zelia swaps as we do with this project right here, which I'm going to come back to later on in this stream, but I want to quickly cover some very, very important macro news, which you may not care about, but it will be big for Kaspa, I believe, because it may also ignite more event catalysts for the other tier ones to jump on board sooner. This first one here, again, this information to me was linked to members are part of my community here. That's the benefit of the free community here, where we all just chill chat and learn more about crypto and Kaspa. We're all just constantly putting in sources to learn more as well. So that's one benefit of that. If you want to learn more then about Kaspa, going to come join. We've got this post here. Talk about the US budget deficit hits 6.4% in 2024, which is the biggest in history outside of major economic crisis and wars. Over the next years, the interest contribution is set to widen, and there is nothing that will stop this train. So what this effectively just means is we are seeing a potential for even higher national debt. We're going to see the economy kind of continue to stagnate and struggle more and more. More debt going to the government because they're now starting to borrow at higher interest rates because their interest is going up higher and higher. And this could have potential hindrance for the US economy going forward. So, what are the solutions? Increase tax. They could also do spending cuts, amongst other solutions as well. Or they could invest into some new technology, let's say. Something that, you know, maybe could help in their debt deficit, the deficit of debt. Like crypto, for example. Just saying. And maybe the fact that Trump have declared once again that interest rates are going to be going down is a sign of this as well. We already know the Fed have not lowered them yet, and there's a lot of information that I've disclosed in the community and in more detail to those who are part of the executives here that talk a bit about the quantitative easing, about these other factors as well, this macro news that does seem to reflect that we're not going to see rate cuts anytime soon. And I still believe that, but if Trump is so adamant on this, it's a possibility of that. Again, remember, rate cuts, while not necessary, they are good for markets, for these investment markets. And that could be a way to see these investments be more beneficial and therefore help them out of their national debt deficit even more so. But I want to highlight as well, those who may be new here, welcome, that rate cuts, quantitative easing, they're not necessary. Right now, we are seeing a market very scarily similar to 2017, when Trump was first in office. And that was one of the most bullish markets of crypto in history. When Trump was first in office back in 2017, we didn't see rate cuts at all. Zero. So we don't actually need rate cuts to do anything. We saw a late top. So if we see a similar market as 2017, I'll be more than happy. Why? Because this means we get a top in December, which means Kaspa can release stablecoins. Smart contracts, therefore the KRI can release their Warp Core, their Asset Mint, their ZEXET. You know, all these, the ZETEX, sorry, all these other projects they can release following smart contract. You can see 10 BPS. You also have heard from Michael Sutton, which is information to that in my community, at the potential of seeing Dagnite coming out earlier in this year. So we may see Dagnite come from Kaspa in 2025 as well. And if you get a December top, that could be just perfect timing for Kaspa as well. So again, this is not confirmation of December top. It depends on when we get the regulations, when we get the bills. You know, right now, Van Eck has analysed Bitcoin reserve bills for 20 states and predicts that if passed, this could lead to states purchasing $23 billion worth of Bitcoin, or 247,000 Bitcoin, which is very good to see. We're seeing Bitcoin reserve bills coming out soon. We're going to see stablecoin bills coming out soon. We're going to see a lot more adoption coming through with crypto in general. And that will be a Fed catalyst for crypto in general, and also meaning that the market will flourish a lot higher than we predict. Right now, crypto is still hovering in and around 3.16 trillion. I still think we see a 2x from here quite comfortably. Bitcoin only probably reaching about 150, 160k. I still think we can see a 6 trillion market cap. I know it sounds quite far from here, but a lot of the money that's made in crypto happened in the last leg. 80% of the people who make money in crypto happened in the last leg, which happened in the last few months. You've still got so much time left. You haven't got any bills through yet. You haven't got any phase 2 adoption just coming through yet. And the longer it takes, the better it is for Kaspa. Then Kaspa has more time to build and release their developments in time to catch the markets. And then you see all these exchanges jump on board very, very quickly. Coinbase again is it's fantastic for Kaspa, but it's just noise at the same time, arguably, for me. Because this is fantastic. I love this for Kaspa. Finally, we got some big news. Everyone's happy right now. But what I want to see is smart contracts. That's what's going to bring money into Kaspa, bringing millions of revenue into Kaspa daily for Kaspa. That's what we want, smart contracts, people building on top of Kaspa. That's what's going to bring money. It's going to make exchanges money, and maybe some of us as well who use Coinbase are very good to see. The biggest American exchange is not a small feat for Kaspa. But we're going to see this come through in due time. And this sort of current situation in the America with the current, economic situation could incentivize crypto adoption to come through quicker. And we're even seeing here Russia, Moscow Exchange suspends stock market trading. This is big, one more, because again we highlight that crypto is 24/7. They can't suspend crypto trading. This is also just a sentiment once more to highlighting that crypto is the future, because they can't suspend 24/7 trading. And Kasper Frog, shout out to my man, made a response to this post here. 21 shares proposes adding staking to its Ethereum ETFs, and so it begins. Rightly so. Watch the liquidity trickle into the rest of the market soon enough, because again, Ethereum is the leader of the alts. Ethereum does very, very well, and the money also trickles down to altcoins as well. If Ethereum is bullish, it flips the rest of the market, and the market will follow. When Ethereum is bullish, market starts rallying, Bitcoin dominance falls off, the rest of the alts start flying as well. It could again be another market catalyst, event catalyst for Kaspa as well. However, there has been a lot of fodder on Ethereum recently, which is why, again, while Ethereum's, the second biggest project, and I think it'll do well this cycle, I think the downfall of Ethereum is almost telegraphed, and that will give Kaspa another opportunity to slide in and take its place due to the fact that it's scalable whilst also staying true to proof of work. Make communism great again, from Vitalik Buterin himself. Things are coming apart at the seams for ETHland. Vitalik is facing a crisis in confidence of his leadership, with numerous people dropping their ETH handles, and now ETH heads are voting for him to be replaced as the executive director of the Ethereum Foundation. This is quite worrying for Ethereum. But at the same time, this opens up a corridor for other projects, and I'm not surprised, because again, Ethereum, they're number 2 because they are the first people who introduced smart contracts. But to remind you, Nick Szabo, who is the creator of smart contracts, has said, and I quote, Aviv Zohar and somebody underneath him, I forget his name, who's referring to Polinsky, are experts in Bitcoin security, a skill set in scarce supply. The creator of smart contracts has been caught on camera stating that Polinsky and his mentor Aviv Zohar are experts in Bitcoin security, which is something that not many people have. That's why I believe Kaspa is going to do very, very well. People in the space already understand who the developers behind Kaspa are, why they're so, why they're so profound. They got their accolades, they got their stars and stripes. Polinsky and Michael Sutton, and even Shai, who's the researcher. Like, people don't like Shai, but he's done his good job of Kaspa. Right now, he's not technically on. He is still on the project. He's not been fired from Kaspa. He's unemployed, but he's taken they've changed a strategy where educating people is not their focus anymore. They need to start building stuff on Kaspa. The education will come back in due time, and Shai will be a part of that, I'm sure. But Ethereum's falling at the seams right now, and Kaspa, of what they're building, I believe not this cycle, maybe even next cycle, but in the cycle to follow, I think Kaspa will flip Ethereum. I think Ethereum will start crumbling in general, because Ethereum is not scalable as it is. There are many projects in the space that are already better than Ethereum. Right now, everybody uses Ethereum because it's the biggest platform, so they can just easily be interchangeable and interoperable with other exchanges and Ethereum. Even Kaspa's doing that with an EVM sidechain right now. But you'll see projects like Kaspa in particular start to steal the limelight, steal the liquidity from on the other projects, while also decentralized, which also will give them the benefit of just really putting their foot down in this space and making a real name for themselves. Wall Street's coming, Coinbase is coming, Robinhood, while being silent about it, they definitely know about Kaspa. There's no doubt about it. While they're hiding it about it, we can speculate, but they know about Kaspa. Binance will come in due time, no doubt about it as well. Smart contracts are coming out to Kaspa as well. Very, very bullish. Crypto is so early still. We might see more rate cuts as Trump gets his way. So much more to look forward to. And again, this is what we constantly talk about in these streams every single day. So if you're new, subscribe. If you love these streams, always leave a like. Share with your friends as well to get more about Kaspa and crypto. We hopefully will see a rally of Kaspa very, very shortly. I've always stated that February could be a very big month for Kaspa. While again, things are undisclosed. We have no confirmation as such about if we will see Kaspa make all-time highs this month. This is giving Kaspa 8 days to make some really good momentum, and while again not confirmation, if we get Binance on top of this, that could be the catalyst needed. Following again, we'll get freeze feature done as well. That could also be another event catalyst. There's a lot coming for Kaspa in such a short time frame in the next few months that can really build some momentum and let it rally higher and higher, which would make us obviously very, very happy in our choice of getting in around 8 cents, even 20 cents, while people got frustrated at that price, I'm sure. I bought up here. I've obviously bought earlier as well. I bought here a little bit. I bought more here. I did most of my buying more recently since I started streaming. But, I mean, either way, my average, I'll be honest, I'm down on Kaspa, but I'm not worried about it. Why would I be? Because I understand what I'm holding and I see where it's going to go in the future. And I now see the fruits of my labor come to fruition with Coinbase now taking action. Binance again giving up. OKX, while being quiet, inevitable. You'll see more exchanges. That'll be good in the short term. You'll see smart contracts coming out. You'll see stablecoins coming out. That's already been confirmed from the KRI. TBS is just around the corner. Daglad's potentially happening this year as well. It's insanely bullish. And all the stuff is what we talk about constantly. And again, the information, if you want to know more, 7-day free trial for the executive community here. And it's only $49.99. We plan to increase the price at some point in the future. But if you join at this price, you'll be grandfathered in, so you won't have to pay any more. When we do increase the price, you'll always be paying this much. But the information we disclose here, from institutional documents, from the pro analysts and experienced traders who give their thesis on the market trends and whatnot, to hidden gems that we've been looking at and trying to look at more so with the market sentiment. And again, institutional documents being one of the biggest factors as well, is why I remain very bullish with Kaspa and crypto. This is what the institutions, what the big money want, what they believe in the likes of AI, Gen AI in particular, from KPMG, from DOS Labs, from so many more institutions. What executives are looking forward to. The fact that I've got actually documents, I have to say I'm quite surprised, but I did. And I'm very happy to be able to share with people who are part of the community here. So again, if you want to know more, we've got 3 weekly live streams already uploaded. So you can even watch it on playback in the community there. So you can join 7-day free trial and watch the live streams back. And then we're having another one on Saturday. We do every Saturday, and we'll do a lot more. The community keeps growing more and more. If you want to know more, again, among everything else we provide in there, come check it out. Link in the description. Homepage also in the chat. There's a lot more going on there, and the fact that I can still say this right now is surprising, but we are still early with crypto and Kaspa. The wealth transfer starts this cycle. To understanding what you need to hold and where to find that information, that's what starts this cycle, and that's what we're here to provide through a free community, and equally for those who want to be even more locked in and learn even more in-depth insights. Kaspa for me is a hidden gem. Even though it's number 40 on CoinMarketCap, or 42, for me it's still a hidden gem. Not a lot of people know about this project. And when they do, we will be lucky enough to be heard it, or you'll be too late. Coinbase giving exposure to Kaspa now is a big, big deal. Not a spot listing, but it's exposure from the biggest American exchange. It's a big deal. That's Wall Street. Big money coming through. What happened in the short term, I have to wait and see. But ultimately, in the long term, it's still very, very good to see. And it's a good sign of what's to come for Kaspa this cycle. I'm glad the market is still being held down by poor macro. It gives Kaspa time to get these listings and other catalysts before the market picks up. Precisely what we're talking about. Precisely. The longer the market stays down, the better it is for Kaspa. That's what you need to understand. The sooner the market tops, the worse that could be for Kaspa. But the longer the market stays down, it gives Kaspa more time to accumulate, these big catalysts to come out. And then when the market starts rallying, Kaspa, with all of its, then being a fully fledged project, will explode, have a very quick catalyst. We have seen in the past how quickly Kaspa can jump in 2 weeks from 5 to 15 cents. A 3x in 2 weeks. We've seen Bitcoin, the biggest project in this space, in the span of a month after Trump's inauguration, jump from 70k up to 108k. In the span of a month or 2 months. We've seen Solana jump from 10 bill to 80 bill in its first ever crypto cycle in the span of 3-4 months. And you've got to remember as well that while Kappa had a very, very rough, year, although technically speaking it's only been the last 7-8 months, but you could argue now a whole year or just over a year. It's done very well so far, up 56,000% since its founding. Which not many projects can actually say that, but also more importantly, it's its first cycle. A project that's in the top 40 or top 50 won't perform badly. Very, very rare. Very unlikely with institutional money coming through as well. And first cycle projects tend to always perform very, very well. I challenge you to go through CoinMarketCap and look at most of these projects, whether it be Ethereum, whether it be Solana, whether it be Cardano, whether it be Sui. I mean, Sui is in its first cycle right now, but look at any of these projects right now in the top 100 or even the top 50 even, and just go through history and look at what they did in their first cycle. Ethereum in its first cycle. And equally that, we've seen information, as I showcased in my last stream as well, that seems to suggest that right now Kaspa actually is following patterns similar to Ethereum in its first cycle. We saw it go from, we went in end of November with less than $1 billion market cap, jumped to a 26 billion market cap in a month and a bit. And the last cycle then from Ethereum went from here, 10 billion up to 95 billion. The point being is, while the price is struggling right now, I want to just, that's Cardano even, I apologise. Sorry, I'm still not completely better yet, but we move. Just want to remind you that while projects are stagnant right now, things can change very, very quickly. Very, very quickly. I just want to remind you that you don't want to look too short term. You want to keep doing your research, don't be emotional, be logical, follow the money, and understand that everything has its time. And Kaspa had a very great rally. It struggled for a while, but we've done our research, we've looked into it more and understand that its time is now coming. Big day next week. More to come. More listings, which is great for retail, and then these will be massive event catalysts. These smart contracts will be huge for Kaspa. And then we could be happy that we held. And I've got to answer a few questions before I wrap up today's stream. No hack, miners mostly like doing repairs. That's also a potential as well. Yeah, I didn't know the complete insights to why we saw the hash rate dip off, but either way it's back, so it's not a problem at all. CryptoZar's back again. What's up, my man? Guys, Toe from this guy. He's an evil villain. What's up? Hope you're doing very, very well, my man. Binance, I also vote here. I have Polish money and I'm attacking them. Good, my man. Love to hear. Yeah, keep pressuring this exchange. It's great to hear. What's up, Kappa Fog? Thank you very much for the links. Again, Kappa Fog's a legend. One of the people who are also following me on Twitter, which you can follow me right here. And when they see something very interesting, they just link it to me on Twitter, send me an @ So, while I'm doing my research, I also have the little nuggets from him, so which are very, very good. So that's also the benefits of, if you want to follow me on there, go check it out. And equally, the free community as well. We just talk about crypto and Kaspa as well. So it benefits all around. If you want to be in a community that actively trying to learn more about crypto and Kaspa, they can come join those. Follow me there. And again, if you want to be more locked in, that's where the WOP's there for. We could be learning a lot more in-depth insight from experienced traders, which will be bringing some more in soon, I imagine, as well. Try and level it up as more so as well. Again, trading, stuff like that, been very, very profitable, very, very good. And also, with SPX getting listed, that might also be good for these memes as well, which is very good to see. Right now, all the meta seems to be around CZ's dog. He's now apparently been, his name's been discovered, so everyone's now talking about him. Which you can see as you look at Dex Screener quickly. Everyone's talking about CZ's dog right now, broccoli. All over the place. There's a lot more coming. So then, the name of the stream is clickbait. It has to be confirmed. Yeah, no, it isn't. It isn't clickbait. Coinbase traders. Coinbase Advanced is adding support for Kaspa and SPX perpetual trades. It's not a spot listing, but I didn't say spot listing. It's futures confirmed 20th of February. It's not clickbait. Kaspa will be listed only on futures. We need spots, but hey, it's the start. Sad part is Binance listed futures. more than a year ago and still no spot. I mean, yeah, it is. Yeah, don't be wrong. It's not you know. We do need spots. I agree with you, we need spots. But either way, the fact that we've got acknowledgement from Coinbase in itself is good to see. We've had nothing from Coinbase at all, really, apart from their confirmation of the open letter from KRI, and 2 months later now got us perpetual listing. So it's not the spot listing we want, but it's still acknowledgement and connections more so to Wall Street as well. Still married to your bags. If that's how you want to classify it, my man, then yeah, sure. I just believe in Kaspa because I do my research. People have patience. Exchanges have to pay for Kaspa. They want the highest profits as possible. They all are orchestrating the right to the list. Logic says they will not play for 5x gains, 10, 20x. I mean, I'd like to believe that as well. I'm not putting so much of a price on where I think the listings are going to soar Kaspa. Like, I'm not saying I don't have a like. I'm not trying to put a price on how high the profit will be for Kaspa following the listings from Binance and Coinbase and whatever else. I'm not saying that will cause Kaspa to jump to $2. I think Kaspa has a chance to reach $2 a cycle while seemingly quite far away now, 20x almost. Actually, it is a 20x. Sounds like quite a mission. I'm basing that not off, you know, listings, basing that off everything else that's coming in the cycle and also institutional adoption. It sounds like quite a stretch, but from what I've looked into this market, and if you don't reach that again, I'm not really bothered. Again, I'm holding it for multiple cycles. I'll take profits, I'll DCA back in, keep holding it. But I think Kaspa's got still a strong name for itself in this cycle, and people are now fading it because it's had very bad price movement for the last year. As Kathy Woods, who's Wall Street, the founder of 21 Shares, stated, the longer the base, the bigger the breakout. Look at XRP, for example. XRP had a 4-year base and then jumped to $3.34 following the confirmation Gary Gensler was leaving the SEC. The lawsuit's not even come to an end yet. It's not even come to official end yet, but now it's jumped because their base was extremely long. Kaspa's base has been over a year now, so you'd like to believe, therefore, from a trader perspective, that the breakout, when it comes through, when it breaks above, not just a breakout like here, a clean break. When it has a clean breakout, it will be a very big breakout because it's been a very big base. I don't keep my crypto with either of them since I have Tangent. I mean, yeah, ultimately, I think that's the best thing to do either way. The safest way to hold your crypto is for cold storage or hard wallet. So Tangent, One Key, Ledger, your choice. I personally prefer Tangent, but I think that's the best way to hold your crypto. Don't let the exchanges start to, you know, steal your money, because it has been confirmed from lots of Coinbase and other exchanges that they could just lock you out of your funds if they haven't got the capital behind it. And there will be a lot of people who suffer from that this cycle because they've decided to hold it on exchanges when everyone tries to take it and everyone loses money. Yo, what happened? Nice more normies are about short Kaspa. I mean, yeah, Kaspa's currently going up because of the whole FOMO about it. We'll have to see where it goes from here. I'm not too optimistic about it jumping up to like 15. If it happens, fantastic, but I'm not going to, you know, be over optimistic about it. It's still good to see. I just want to see this be potential event catalyst for the likes of other big developments coming to Kaspa as well. But either way, it's good acknowledgement that Coinbase are now finally looking at Kaspa, which is good. Binance don't list now. Wait till the market is healthy and quantitative easing, because it will suck liquidity out of other projects. I mean, QE is important, but I did make a post about. I did post a massive thread in my community yesterday about QE and about how, while it's good, it's not necessary for markets. We don't need QE for the markets to do very, very well. It'd be great, of course. We don't need it, but Binance will list when they're ready, definitely. 100 BPS, that will also be a very, very big deal as well. ICP will flip the whole market. Sure. I don't know a great deal about ICP. I know there are some people who are very bullish on it. I mean, maybe it'll do well, maybe it won't. I'm not personally invested in ICP. I don't really plan to. I think there are a lot better products than ICP in that similar sector, like Tau, like Desync, like Render. You know, even Near I think is better. That's just my personal standpoint on it. But if you like ICP, if it does well for you, man, then by all means go for it. I mean, you called Sui ages ago, around like $1.50, and that jumped up. Sui is now valued at like, you know, $3.40, and it peaked at like $5 or something like that, didn't it? So, yeah, you've done a decent job, my man. Honestly, Zar. Let's go Coinbase, you know it. It's looking very, very good. Kaspa, the Tesla of the industry. Well, that is definitely a statement and a half, but Kaspa's definitely a hidden gem, that's for sure. I'd like to believe that much. I'm just going through the joking back and forth between Crypto Czar. ICP's chart looks like a really bad rug pull. I mean, again, if ICP does well, I don't personally look into it. I don't really care. Crypto Czar's just a troll, so you know, I'm definitely late to the comments, but just take what he says with a grain of salt, because he likes to just have a little bit of a laugh, and I don't want to negate free speech. But if he ends up being disrespectful, of course, that will be ending in some other actions taken. But so far, he's been relatively restrained, so I like to let him, you know, express himself. If you don't like it, just ignore him or block him, I guess, yourself. But so far, it hasn't been too disrespectful. I also think Insane Clown Posse is overrated. I have no idea what you're talking about, truth be told, my man. Tesla is junk. Is this confirmed about Coinbase? Yes. This is confirmed from Coinbase himself, right here. 20th of February, 9 AM UTC, Kaspa Petrol's coming out. It's futures, it's not spot, but it's confirmation either way. It's futures listings coming out, which is still very bullish. Have you seen the video of the guy? Yeah, it's Jerry Benfield, or whatever his name is, saying Kaspa will go to zero and he's shooting ICP. Yeah, I've seen the video. That was actually linked to me through members of my community here again, in the free community. I haven't looked at the video because, well, I mean, I'll probably give it a look. So it might be maybe some form of, maybe it's insightful, but for me, I know the guy shills ICP, and if he believes in it, fine, that's perfectly fine. If he actually believes in it, and cool. But anytime I see someone say Kaspa going to zero, I tend to normally ignore it now, and it might be because I'm biased and I believe in Kaspa as a maxi, but also because every single argument I've heard about Kaspa being bad has been a result of bad price action in the past year. It's been purely about price. Everything about Kaspa being bad has come down to this. That's all it is. No one said Kaspa's bad because it's got bad, you know, fundamentals, and when they have done, it's been very quickly disproven by people who are knowledgeable about the fact. Until someone has an actual logical argument to give me to why Kaspa's not going to do well and why it'll go to zero, I will listen, but until then, I just haven't heard anything. And actually, there's a website which I'm going to just showcase on screen right now. This is also linked in my community already. The Kaspa Archive, which is debunking myths, revealing facts. It's a website created all about people who are just talking about a lot of the other people the claims people tend to make about why Kaspa's got a bad project, and people saying Kaspa's launch was rigged, incorrect. People saying proof of stake is better, it's incorrect. People saying that, you know, its capability is limited, and again, all this stuff is just what this website here is proven and debunked already. So unless I say a new argument that gives me reason to disagree with this fact, I choose to just normally avoid the FUD, because the FUD is not healthy. It's not healthy, because again, if the FUD is logical, then yeah, by all means. But I have yet to hear logical FUD about Kaspa, besides people having a negative viewpoint because of the bad price action. So people who are emotional, effectively. But people who've done research and understand this sort of stuff in more depth and what Kaspa's trying to provide, they don't care about this stuff. They might just use it as a bit of, you know, of a laugh, like just something to joke about, really. What if balancing doesn't happen? I mean, if it doesn't happen. I think it's a high chance it will happen, though. We have to wait and see, though. Kaspa doesn't have builders. I mean, builders are going to come to Kaspa in due time. Kaspa's crypto goes down because he didn't listen to me about Sui. I did. Well, I didn't listen to you, but I did have Sui. I bought Sui. I bought Sui at $1.80. I bought Sui around here. I made profit in Sui. My only regrets I didn't buy Sui. I had mates of me who have connections in crypto who talk about Sui down here, and I ignored them down here. But I got into it here. I almost top blasted it, but I was like, oh, you know what? I've heard people talk about Sui for a while now. I'm gonna get into it. I told people there, and then I'm buying Sui. I bought Sui, and I went up here. I did buy Sui. It wasn't a case of you per se. I mean, you called it early, so yeah, congrats to you, definitely. What's up, Crypt Tony? Hope you're doing very well, man. Welcome back to the stream. I'm building on Kaspa, building my wealth. Good to hear it, Falco. Yeah. I'm not going to read it out in case that gets me banned, but yeah. But I think ICP has going for it is Jerry doing free marketing for Kaspa. Yeah, I mean, we'll have to see where it goes. the manipulation of big exchanges is getting boring. It is getting a bit boring, but in saying that, the lower it stays, the more chance that we will have to continue building our bags at lower prices, because this sort of big stuff coming through from Coinbase now as well, and Binance in due time as well, and again KEF pressuring OKX, and again the OKX already invest in the KEF. This is a good thing to see that these retail massive tier ones are going to come to Kaspa very, very shortly, and that means we're going to start seeing more volume come to Kaspa very shortly as well. And Kaspa right now has got this without Binance, Coinbase, or OKX. So think about what will happen to Kaspa when you have these futures and even the spot listings. Volume will probably be sitting on average around, I think, 500 million, if not even near a billion. Even the peak of the cycle, I think. And you've got 10 PPS coming out, smart contracts, stable coins, Dagnite, all this sort of stuff. Huge, huge news. Kaspa still has a good chance to make a very, very quick and significant rally. $2 Kaspa means 50 billion market cap. Solana again jumped from 10 to 80 bill. Cardano went from 10 to 95 bill. So Kaspa going from 2 right now to 50, while a bigger multiplier. It's only 50 bill market cap in the biggest bull cycle of our lives. We're at 100k Bitcoin, and it's not even taken a proper rally yet. It's had its first leg up. We've seen some pullbacks. We've got some more short-term pullbacks, but crypto's still got a lot higher to go. Look, CBBI here, another key indicator for crypto, highlights about 78 right now. When it gets into the 90s, that's the time to start taking liquidity, start taking your profits out. We're still hovering around 78, not even in the 90s yet. So we've still got more higher highs to come as well. So this stuff happening now, while late, it's happening in due time, and it's great for Kaspa. ICP was a rug. I mean, again, I haven't looked too much at ICP, so I can't make a personal statement on the project. I don't hold it. I don't plan to. I think they're better projects than ICP in similar sectors. I've highlighted Tau, Desync, Render. We'll have to see where it goes from here. But I mean, if you look at ICP here, it doesn't look the best from its chart, definitely. So, I mean, it has got, you know, all the big listings, which is good to see, and it is one of the top 30, top 40 projects, so it's definitely a big project. Max supply being infinite is not ideal, because it means you can just print more, like, you know, the governments do with the money. So it's not the best. You can print more than they want, but if it does well, it does well. You know, it's only at $7 right now. If it reaches all-time highs, that's insane. That's a what? 40, almost 50x. I'm not saying it will do that, but people seem to have belief in ICP for the most part. If you do, fine. I'm not going to get into it personally, but that's up to you. Is it true? Yes, it is true. Right here. Don't worry. For those who are not sure, again, you can follow me on Twitter. I'll be retweeting and making posts about this stuff today as well, later today. And equally, if you want to join the free community here, I'll be reposting a lot of the stuff on there as well, so go check out there as well. So if you want to, if you're part of the free community there, you'll be able to always see a lot of the information we cover in these streams beforehand. And then again, if you want to be part of the executive community here, you want to be even more caught on, even more ahead of the game with alpha information ahead of time and whatnot as well, come check that out as well. 7-day free trial, come join for free. And if you like what you see, you can sign up. If you don't, you come sign up. If you don't, then that's all perfectly fine. Cancel. And yeah, it's all good. I remember 2021, everything was dumping hard on January and then February, pumped, and we got pumped for the next 4 months. I'm hoping the same thing happened in the cycle. Right now, it's possible. Let's wait and see. But for me, I think we're seeing cycles more similar to 2017, when Trump was first in office as well, which would be nothing happening for quite some time, and then we're seeing a rally in the last 4 months, from August pretty much up to December. We look at Binance again, we can see that. You saw it didn't really make much of a move. It then started moving properly in like August, September time. Here we saw a little rally in August, came back down, and then made a proper rally again from September to all-time highs in December. So again, we'll have to see. But it's amazing news on the left to see Binance, as I see Coinbase finally acknowledging Kaspa. Yes, it's not spot, but future still is good to see, a sign of acknowledgement. And one of the biggest things as well for this stream is we've reached a new all-time high for likes, 73 likes. Mr. Mars isn't here right now, but I'm sure if he was here, he'd say, please reach 75 so we can get out of the basement. So if you can please just hit 75 likes, that'd be absolutely amazing. Finally, give Mr. Mars something to smile about as well. get some fresh air. Those who know, they know the part of the community. They know the little banter we have with Mr. Miles constantly taking the piss out of me. They're using the futures money to build a free block bag. That's also, yeah, I think that's also potential as well. They're using the futures to way to build more accumulation of Casper. We shouldn't be conformist, either spot listings or we keep harassing them for buying us a spot list. I agree as well. Pretty agree. I mean, again, futures are great, but we want spots. Futures are a good sign towards the right direction, but we want spots. So it'll come in due time, definitely. MACD flipping bullish on daily price target, 18 cents. If you say 18 cents, Casper, this month or in the next, few weeks, that'd be fantastic. I'm still looking more long term. End of the cycle, again, weeks to follow, but I think we've got a lot more coming for Casper, and this is just a sign of more to come. Coinbase confirmed Casper listing next week. Yes. Yeah, I know. That's the title of the stream, but it's true. They confirmed the listing. While it's not a spot, it's futures, but they did confirm a listing. Confirmed right here. What's up, Wolverhampton? Doing very, very well. Can it really hit towards this cycle? I mean, again, that's my own personal belief, not financial advice. Nothing financial advice, it's my personal belief. I think a $50 billion Casper market cap, $50 billion market cap for Casper is not too excessive. I don't think it is too excessive. I think it's possible. We'll have to wait and see, though. I think we've seen other projects do very, very well. I love you, quick crypto. We will be okay. You know I want you, Casper, so thank me. It's all good cryptos are. As much as you troll a bit too much, I do appreciate you times. Great things about to come to Casper, you know it, 100%. And I'm just seeing a little bit more fun about Jay. While I'm not going to comment about it publicly on stream, I don't want to cause any form of negative, beef, if you will, of any content creators. I try to remain very, very neutral. In my community, I'll be a bit more vocal about my beliefs and that sort of stuff. But even then, just to avoid any potential, slander, lawsuit, whatever it may be, I try to be very, very standoffish about the stuff. But people have their own opinions on Jerry, on Crypto Galaxy, on Crypto Archie, on Archetype, Crypto, you name it. Even people about me. I'm sure people have negative reports on me as well. That's fine. Say what you will. End of the day, I just try to explain to myself and build a community of people who all believe in crypto and Casper. And trying to build an understanding of the space, try to actually bring knowledge to people, not just, drama, because I think drama is so unnecessary in a market. Everyone has the same goal here, which is to make money. Why are we trying to fight at people? But with that being said, Coinbase is really good at Casper. Yes, right here, my man. It's actually happening. It's very, very big. It's future. It's not spot, but this is a sign of hopefully seeing a spot later on, and I'm sure it will happen. I'm on Casper. Bought it at 2023 and now bought at 0.8, 0.9 every day on the stock exchange. I play for more pieces. Great to hear, my man, Sator. Great to hear. I think again, the fact that Casper's here at 8 cents, 9 cents, 10 cents now, currently 67% undervalued. I think it's a lot more coming to Casper, and we'll be very fortunate to be here before the likes of Binance and Coinbase properly spot listings in due time. So it's very, very big. Yeah, so if futures happen, it means spot listing will happen too someday. I mean, that's the thesis, right? If a futures happens, it should ideally lead to a spot listing in the future as well. While not confirmed, it should happen in due time. Now, I don't think Casper will reach to $10 a cycle. I think Casper can definitely do very well this cycle with all massive tier 1 listings plus all the big developments. And again, if we get a 2017 type cycle, we'll see a top in December. We could see it definitely exceed expectations, maybe even $3. But I'm staying conservative with my prediction of around $2, hopefully $2 to $4, my kind of idea. If it doesn't go that high, fine. If it goes higher, fantastic. $10 being a $250 billion market cap for me just seems a bit much. That put Casper quite comfortably in the top 10 of crypto projects, I think. Right now, I just think it's a bit much to ask for. Casper reaching $250 billion market cap this cycle. I'm not saying it's impossible, I just think it's a bit much. Right now, top 10 is $20 billion. Right now, that 250 billion is more than what, XRP and BNB have combined. That's a lot. That's a lot. I know we're not in the peak of the cycle yet, but I think 10. I'm not saying it's not impossible, but I think it's a bit much right now. But who knows? Again, with what institutional money is coming through very, very quickly, maybe it happens, and that would be insane, definitely. Coinbase will be available in India. Oh, well, that's great to see. Coinbase, again, is very, very worldwide, a big exchange in America, so it's a good sign for more dollars for Casper, definitely. Exchanges holding around 3 billion Casper. We will wait for the bear market. That is the time for Casper to shine when other projects will be dumping. It's a matter of time. I mean, I think Casper will do very well when everything else is correcting, it might hold slightly higher because you'll see Dagnite, everything else coming out in around that time as well. More infrastructure being built on Casper as well, more developers jumping on board of it. I think Casper's still got a very bright future, and the fact it's only 3 years in its cycle, we are very, very early. I think it'll do well this cycle and cycle to follow as well. And this is a great sign for what's more to come. Coinbase has now officially confirmed a Casper futures listing starting next week, 20th of February. And hopefully, maybe, Binance will follow in suit. We'll have to wait and see. Things are looking bullish for Casper once again, though, which is great to see. Hopefully, we'll see it recover. If you enjoy these streams, as always, leave a like. Almost 90 likes is absolutely nuts. Mr. Mars is going to go parabolic, getting some sunshine finally. If you enjoy, leave a like, share your friends, and subscribe for more. Because we're doing these streams as normally daily. It's been daily for 6 months over that, and of course the last few days have been a bit of a struggle with whole family situation on my behalf. But do these streams every single day. So you want to be a part of the community, you want to come chill, chat, and learn more about Casper and crypto daily. Come check out the channel, subscribe. If you want to be even more part of the community, come check out the free Discord server. And if you want to be even more locked in, max passing benefits back from crypto through alpha information from institutional documents, and trading alerts, buy and sell alerts, institutional, and everything we provide in there. Even these meme coin trades, we're gonna now, thank you SPX now getting listed as well, might give a sign for these memes to come back as well. So we're getting back on that as well. If you want to make even more, maximize benefit from crypto among everything else as well. And even then, weekly live streams, which again we already have done 3, which are already re-uploaded on the community there. So you go rewatch them or watch for the first time, and come check out the what page here. Link in the chat as well. 7-day free trial period. Come join for free, and it's like what you see. Then come sign up. Only $4.99. If you don't, the bar means cancel. That's perfectly fine as well. I just want to try and see if we can provide some more to the community. So far, I've got a very high conversion rate. Those who actually had a look into the community seem to be very, very happy about what we're providing there. So, worth a look, right? That being said, thank you everyone once more for watching. Have a great day, good evening, and good night. Coinbase is finally here. It's a time to celebrate nonetheless, but don't be emotional, but logical. And yeah,